Dr. Preeti, who's starting her career from REC Calicut in 2001 in Entrepreneurship Development Cell and being in this field for the last 20 years, out of which a major part in NIT Calicut in the TBI. Her unit has extended their incubation facility for more than 70 startups, which has generated an employment of around 1,000 people. She has completed her training from various prestigious colleges like Texas University, IIM Ahmedabad and ISB Hyderabad, to name a few. She is also the certified trainer of World Bank Organization. In fact, she is the best person in this gathering to talk on the roles of technological incubators in a startup. Let me please welcome you, ma'am.
Thank you very much, Annie. Good afternoon to all of you. Let me take 1 minute, excuse me for 1 minute to set up my presentation. All right, thank you. I'm from NIT Calicut TBI, Technology Business Incubator. Here again, I would like to speak about the incubation and how important it is for the startups, the technology businesses, the new innovators. Okay. So very happy to address you, to be with you for, even though it is for a few minutes in this session, where already you had people like Sudhir sir, Prakash sir, and Vinay and all talking to you. So this is, probably I would rather like to give you, or rather connect all those things what they told with what I am going to talk. Okay. So we have this incubation center. This incubation, as you know, it is, you can see it from in the hatchery business or even a medical side. What is incubation is basically to make a, whether it is a, whether it is a, this is not getting presented, showing. Yeah, this is basically providing or protection for something, whether it is a newborn baby or just, the chicken getting out of the egg. Okay, it's giving you the protection, giving protection to that until it becomes sustainable in the outside world. So it is just like that for the innovations or the startups also that we are providing in the incubation centers. Okay, this incubation industry probably date back to 1950s in US, started in US, and then slowly getting, infiltrated to other countries as well. And in India also, India we started this incubation or small industries development and all. It got momentum in the, maybe in 1980s basically. Okay, and in NIT, it is one of the first entrepreneurship development centers which started by the Department of Science and Technology. And of course, when I joined in 2001 with NIT for this particular entrepreneurship related activities after my again BTech from NIT itself. So the thing is, at that time, it was, entrepreneurship, or if a student, or, if a student wants to start something on his own just after his studies, probably now you can think probably your kids, when they say that they want to start some businesses or something really new or something has got a great potential, probably we may be able to understand that. But at that time, definitely when probably people of my age, when we just got out of the college, it was really, our parents typically would like us to go for some government job preferably, or at least in some IT sector companies, especially when you are getting out of an engineering college. Okay, so and just have a comfortable living. Okay, so against all these things, there were some of the people, and even my classmates in NIT also, some of them wanted to do something on their own. And definitely at that time, having not heard much about the startups or innovation, they had a tough time, in fact. It is, Prakash sir just now told about having the reservation for buying from the startup sector, MSME sector. But at that time, definitely it was not there. Okay, now you can understand from that kind of a condition, when you come to this kind of a state where entrepreneurship or startup is a culture, part of a culture. Okay, now this change has taken probably 3 decades almost, and there are many agencies which have contributed to this. Both, of course, the government was the forerunner in that. Okay, unless in a place like India, definitely unless there is a a great initiative by the government, it is very difficult to have something done into the society. Okay, so definitely by the central government and again by the state governments also. Of course, Kerala has a great model to showcase about the startups and entrepreneurship ecosystem. So we have a very great model to show and great thing that we have achieved in these 2-3 decades. Okay, so the incubation is a part of that aspect, the incubation industry. Again, incubation also, as I said, it started in it had its baby steps in 1980s. So at that time, it was more of a technology parks, science and technology parks, which got established in many universities. Why universities? Why higher educational institutions or research organizations? Of course, for the government, they have made a lot of investments already in these universities and government research organizations in the form of machineries, labs, and other manpower also, technical manpower also. So definitely you can think of a college or you can think of any of the research labs where the machines or any of the laboratory of testing equipments are used only for a certain time of the day. Okay, the rest, the crores of rupees are kept idle. So utilizing that, again, as you know, when we study also in the colleges, we always look for the teachers who can take the examples from the industry, take live examples and tell you. So then we feel more interested, right? So just like that, if there are faculty and if there are staff who is actually working along with the industry and who are going to tell us the actual problems and make the students work in the actual problems, it becomes more interesting. So this academia industry participation or linkage is very important. And the thing is, of course, the technology development mostly happens in the science or research organizations or universities. New theories comes up, they do the researches, okay? So these researches, mostly what happens is, it is just kept in the shelves in the form of reports. Or maximum they will have some patents or they will have some papers published in the international journals. For the academicians, that is good enough. For a research scholar, that is good enough, unless they are going to take it up for the further development of future or their career. Okay, so this also needs to be changed. So that is exactly why the incubation centers are mostly set up in the higher education institutions and research organizations. Okay, so these have given the startups a good platform for trying out their ideas. Okay, only this is not required. Okay, so there are a lot of facilities or a lot of services that an incubation center can give to the startups. Of course, when a fresh person or a fresh graduate from the university is coming out, definitely you can think, in our own cases, we don't have money. They don't have enough money to start a business. Of course, for starting a business, many of you must be entrepreneurs. You know how difficult it is to set up a company, set up an office, and how much money is required. So that infrastructure facility, if the incubation center can give, you can just go, do your work, start your business, okay? That kind of a place or a setup is there, it is all the more easy for you because you don't have the headache of setting up the office and keeping everything okay. You don't have to run after the electricity person, you don't have to run after the housekeeping, and all those kind of things are just completely eliminated. Then, of course, mentoring. We have definitely with the incubation centers, any of the incubation centers will have some experienced people as mentors, because for mentors is very important even in the normal life also. We definitely look for somebody who have great experiences, right? So it is just like that for the business also. If you have somebody to guide you, somebody to advise you, okay, tell you that, okay, this is not, something should be done in some particular way to avoid some mistakes or avoid the losses, it is always good. So the mentors, of course, Vinay is one of our member in some of our selection committees, and of course another mentor for us. Okay, so just like him, Sudhir sir also is there, Prakash sir also is there. So there are people like them from different sectors who can it is just an example of our incubation center. So it is just like that in any of the incubation centers across the globe, in fact. So these mentorship is a very valuable thing that the innovators can get in the beginning. Of course, it could be in the general business mentoring, managerial side, as well as could be in the technical side, that is in the form of technical assistances. I said earlier itself, when you're considering the educational institutions or the research organizations, you have a lot of people who already have a very good technical expertise with them. So they also can, give their knowledge to share their knowledge with these entrepreneurs and these innovators, and have help them develop in very good products. Okay, so this is actually, that they might have a lot of technical glitches in between, when they are developing the product. So when they have a doubt about how to go about in the next step, definitely if there is somebody to go back and consult with, it is always good. And again, nowadays the kids are really intelligent, really, they always have an out of the box thinking. So the thing is, like, when you give a problem to the student group, you will get an n number of solutions you may not have even thought about. So even the student group is another very potential group, wherein we also, just like any other incubator also, especially when it is in the university, they involve the student group also into, interacting with these innovators and help them get the work done. It could be in the form of ideas, it could be in the form of, low cost manpower also. Of course, in the institutions, you get a lot very good brainy students, and at the same time, these could be utilized by the startups at a lower cost, and this is definitely a give and take. It's a win-win situation for both the teams. Okay, so that's another thing. And again, the business development supports, like, normally these incubation centers give a good platform for showcasing their businesses and their ideas into the public or into the market. Okay, so that they can get noticed, or rather, otherwise in the ocean they may not be able to come out and then just show their businesses. So when they have a good platform, it is always good for them to, they get a chance to showcase themselves. Then of course another thing is the other assistances, like, the office assistances, then legal and statutory assistances. Of course, there is anything to be some agreements, this kind of term sheets and all those kind of, if they want to get things done, we do have the panel of experts who will be able to help them with, and they will be able to get it done at a lower cost and in a more, when we have the team, otherwise they may not be able to afford a good panel of people like this, or it might be not accessible for them. So this kind of a panel of people will give them, of course, a good exposure and a good service. And then another is the financial support. Financial support in the sense, like, as I said, the government side, many of the, you must have seen, of course, Prakash sir gave you a lot of schemes which is being run for the entrepreneurs. So just like that, there are a lot of seed funding schemes and all, which is normally, some of them are normally run through these incubation centers, of the government approved incubation centers. So this ranges with the support, in the financial support ranges from, say, 5 lakhs to around, it could be as low as, as the innovator wants, it could go up to 1 crore in the form of loan, or in the form of equity investment, as Vinay was pointing out. Of course, not in that level as the angel investor, but it is in lieu of whatever money is given, we can take the equity, and then, when some other new investor comes in, they can take back, or rather the incubation centers give out the equity. So like that also happens. And again, it's as pure loans also it happens. We also give. And then again, as grant, where the innovator do not have to give back the money, like, up to around 10 lakhs under some particular scheme under the Department of Science and Technology is given purely as grant, where for selected innovators, we are also running the same scheme. It's called Nidhi Prayas. We normally give out the advertisements in paper when the applications are called for. Last 2 years, first year 12 and second year 13 innovators we have promoted, and this year we're just going to have the application, call for the application. So it's like, up to 10 lakhs, you can, of course it is up to 10 lakhs, not the maximum is 10 lakhs. And again, there is MSME ministry, their incubator scheme is giving up to 15 lakhs as grant again for the prototype or product development. In some cases, if it is a very good idea, of course, Vinay told you about how the investor evaluates the ideas, how the investor evaluates the startup. It is more or less the same case what we also do, the USP, the team, how good is the team, and then there are some parameters that we look for, the technical, financial, and market viability. So all these things are we normally look for. So after looking for all these things, evaluating all these things, we select some of them. Okay, then give the money and give them a particular time in which they have to develop the product and get back to us. Okay, so ideally this incubation is basically a scheme or a platform which an innovator can come in with probably just an idea. Okay, or there are the people, innovator comes to us ranges from just the small idea to somebody who has already running a business, who's already running a business for 2 years or something, and for some reason they're not able to take it forward, or they require some particular assistances which actually comes into our range of services. So they can come in and start the incubation center. So ideally, normally what happens is, we had till now around 83 such people who got incubated, and 56 got out after incubation, that is of 3 years. Normally we give for 3 years, and definitely under the Prayas scheme we have right now around 16 people, and otherwise 11 people, 11 companies, and in pipeline around another 5. Of course, there are some there could be some failures also. Around 12 to 14 people are not functioning as of now. And then again, the focus areas, many of these incubation centers in the country are focusing on different sectors, many of them. Right? There are incubation centers who are very specific, concentrating into the textile businesses, and like DKT. Then there are biotech incubation centers. There are agriculture incubation centers, like Sudhir sir is running an agriculture and food technology incubation center. Okay, so there are many incubation centers pertaining, basically focusing on different sectors, sector specific incubation centers. But we in the NIT, we don't specifically concentrate on any sector. It is a broader spectrum kind of incubation, since again it is an engineering institution with many kind of engineering departments. So basically it is an engineering based ideas is that we look for. First of all, it has to be, when any of the innovator approaches us, it has to be a product idea, not service idea. Okay, and then there is a selection process. As I told, these are some of the companies, products developed by us, our people, and some of our companies which are probably now in they have in multiple places offices, ranging from employees ranging from maybe 4 or 5 to around 100, 200 people and all. Then some of the exhibitions and trade shows and mentoring sessions that we normally conduct in the incubation side. Now again, the how to get into this is like this. If anybody needs incubation, they can submit a business plan is what we look for. And definitely there is a kind of a pre-incubation process in which we mentor the innovator to make it into a proper business plan, because many of the time, especially the fresh graduates and all, when they're coming, they may not be having a good idea of how the business plan is to be written. And there are some selection committees which will look into this business plan, and definitely into the entrepreneurial traits of the team also. Definitely we look for a good team with a complementary skills, and when they need to have a very good market assessment, some kind of a unique selling proposition, like some innovativeness in the product proposed. So normally this screening process is done, and then they normally taken for the incubation, and definitely the funding, if they are asking for, we will constrict them for funding also. So this is normally the selection process, this incubation scheme. This is the incubator. Now once they are into the incubator, whether in an IT or in any other incubator, normally they get the services which I told in the beginning. So it is like, you know, it is a very much a kind of protected environment where you get mentoring, you get advices, you get funding, you get technical and other you know, human resource assistance also. Okay, so and a good, I mean, many of course, when you consider the government institutions, definitely the facilities may not be very much up to the mark, or not a posh facility, but for a startup, a good enough facility. And then there will be some common spaces also, like common meeting rooms or common discussion rooms, training classrooms and all those kind of things. And then of course some good technical assistances also. So this is what normally a person gets in this incubation center to promote his business. Now ideally, why we kept it as 3 years is like, you know, especially when the product development, apart from when you consider software, probably it might be easy for the, or rather the time required might be less, but at the same time for other sectors, definitely the time required will be definitely to start with a revenue generating, you know, tendency. It might take 2 years anyway. So, you know, we would like to make them a stable company and then go out. Okay, so that, you know, for the initial 2-3 years, they will not have too much of headaches related to their setting up of the companies and the initial teething problems. So this is what normally an incubation center do. So anybody or any of your friends or anybody who's not you have any of the any good business ideas, you can always send them to us, or depending on the, of course we do have a very good network of the incubation centers across India also. Like what I said, Sudhir sir is running an incubation center in his university. We also have in Kerala itself, we have around 30 to 33 incubation centers under different agencies. Like it could be KSUM, it could be KSIDC, anybody, okay? Even nearby IIM also is having an incubation center, NEELIT is having one. So it's like, you know, maybe for just to start with a very basic idea, of course NIT or NEELIT will be better to start with, especially when it is electronics or electrical. Of course NEELIT is a good option. But when you go for, you know, when you want to raise investment or when you want to go for an accelerated path, of course IIM will be definitely suitable. If after the product development, of course you get a lot of managerial input and other connections there. Okay, so it depends on what stage you are and what exactly is, I mean, is what you're looking for. Okay, to choose the incubation centers, right? Then there are other, you know, people like, I mean, the organizations like KSUM giving you a lot of platforms wherein you can go for a pitching, and even if you are a good, I mean, a researcher, now they have a platform called RINC wherein they're connecting the good research output with the investors. Okay, so there are many platforms and opportunities now in the incubation and startup sector. Okay, so request you to you know, utilize any of these these facilities, and then try to make your dream true of making a startup into a great business. Thank you very much. Any questions or doubts?
Would anyone like to ask any questions?
Yeah.
I guess that is it. Let me just welcome Dr. Shibu to give a small memento to ma'am. Please, sir. Yeah, sure.
Hi, ma'am.
Yeah.
I'm Varun Karnakar from Calicut itself. I run my startup, Ecstasy. It's on the initial stages. It's an architectural-based startup. And I have a doubt regarding the incubators. It's a very good thing that you guys are doing. It's a good thing that you're doing. The future visionaries, you're training them, guiding them, and making them move to a next level. But just a small doubt regarding the ideas. What is the protection for our ideas? that we come up with an idea that is unique and we are presenting that in front of a lot of people, so it just goes through a lot of ears. So where is the protection for our ideas? Can it just go misused or
Yeah.
something?
Yes, yeah, that's a very genuine question, in fact. Like, as I said, there is a committee which you will be presenting to. Okay, it's not like, you don't have too many people there. Only a very few with whom we will be having an NDA, non-disclosure agreement. Okay, so that they don't go or rather they don't, definitely they will not utilize it. And we expect that they don't, tell this or disclose it to others also. Of course, it is just a belief. Of course, if we can prove that it was gone through them, definitely we can take legal steps. Okay. Otherwise, yeah, that's it. It is just a belief, and we believe on that NDA, non-disclosure agreement.
We do sign legal agreements with these people.
Yeah, normally we do sign. Okay. Of course, we will be having a list of presentations, which are the presentations being attended by them. So in case of any problem, anybody raises a question like this, definitely we can get back. So normally, in my 20 years of experience, we never had such a problem with any.
Never had or heard about it. Okay, that's good.
We did not. Of course, I've heard the same thing with some other people, but not to our experience. We never had such a problem.
Because it's like we are coming into a cave full of lions, because everybody does the same thing. You have all the investors, all the brain minds, so just an idea that they need. They can put it to any level, right?
That is definitely there, but even if you come out with a product, definitely people or the user or the general people can definitely see that, and then they can work on it, and probably it is just a little bit late. Then also they can enter into the market with the same product and being a competitor for you, right? That is there. That is definitely there, and definitely we encourage all these entrepreneurs to register the IP also, intellectual property right, whether it is a patent or trademark or copyright or whatever. Okay, so we encourage them to do that also. In this, I told you about a grant scheme, right? So there is specifically a head, kept aside for that. That is registering the patent, applying for the patent. So once it is patented, definitely. For patenting also, you have ways of getting over that, but still we believe that, or we assume that it is protected.
Okay, thank you, ma'am. So you provide all kinds of support in whatever support that a startup needs, in whatever stage that is.
Yes, normally see, an incubation center with us, whatever facilities available with the institute, definitely we can provide. And if it is beyond the scope of the institute, definitely we try to link to other institutes or other experts outside the institute and outside the incubation center and get the things done. It's more, the incubation centers is acting more as a link between the innovator and the general ecosystem.
Okay, so nearby, it's there in the IIM, is it? Near
Sorry?
the IIM. The incubator which is close to Calicut is in IIM, is it? Near to
No, there are
NIT.
many incubation centers. I am from
I
NIT.
heard something you said.
I am from NIT.
Okay.
There are, if you want to go for, otherwise in Calicut city itself, you have the KSIDC incubator, Kerala Startup Mission incubator, and in the city, in the cyber park itself, you have both these. And we have IIM is there, then NEELIT is there, then IISR, Indian Institute of Spices Research. If you go for the agri side, specifically, they are looking into that. So all these incubation centers are there in Calicut itself, around 5 to 6 incubators are there.
All right, thank you very much, ma'am.
Thank you.
Thank you.
No, I just wanted to know, can you share details of the companies that have been formed so that we can take a look at?
Sure. I don't have the data right now with me. You can go to the NIT site or tbi.nitc.ac.in. I can just type it here probably.
Yeah, it will be helpful because
Sure.
we can know what all work is happening. And
Yeah.
thank you.
Yeah, any more questions meanwhile? This is not projector. Yeah, any more questions? Yeah. Project.
Just a curiosity one, anything regarding textile industry
We have not done anything in the textile industry, but it depends on what exactly you require in the textile industry. Okay, but definitely we can connect you to an incubation center which is exclusively looking at the textile sector, which is in Maharashtra.
Okay. So far.
I mean, there
here-
are experts. There are experts who can deal with it.
Yeah. So far here we have not.
No, textile side we have not.
I've never seen anyone like manufacturing or something for textiles.
We did not get an opportunity to go for that, but definitely we know the incubation centers which is handling that.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
So definitely the thing is like, we normally have a co-incubation with other incubation centers. Now if you don't want to go to the incubation center which is at at some other place, you can be probably here itself and you can get the help from that incubation center also, so that as and when you require something specific, you can go there and then get the things done and come back. So for the normal monitoring and for normal other assistances, we can help you, and you can go there for the specific helps. That also is possible. I hope they will, my friend there will project the website at which I typed it here. Later on, probably. You will be here itself, no? No worries. Right. Anything more?
Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you very much for a very good opportunity. I take pleasure in thanking the CIE, Sushil sir, and my other friends here for the follow-up with me for the session and inviting me for here. So, have a nice day. Bye. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.